74 kilogram challenge bracket. Not the case in Greco. You just got to run right through the bracket. It's one match. Winner's the champ. And it looks like, according to the graphic, we might actually get to see the wonderful Kendrick Sanders go against Devin Scott, Minnesota Storm.
Wrestling in the red for Minnesota Storm,
now,
Devin
we'll say
Scott.
about Kendrick Sanders.
In the loose for the New York Athletic Club, Kendrick Sanders.
His reverse gut lift.
Ladies and gentlemen, we know that on a
Friday
morning you have a lot of choices
of threes and fives.
We appreciate your supporting wrestling,
especially
and
domestic competition, I should say.
Historic Gallagher
So we'll
Arena.
We'll see if we can get to it today. But with this continuous scoring, this 3 minute, there's not that lapse where a guy starts in parterres.
Schiller now with a 7-4 lead on that number 4.
We'll see what happens. We'll see if he gets a takedown. If he goes right to the left anyways. He has a big 66. My goodness. So there we go. Kendrick Sanders, also very comfortable from all types of ties. Biggest weapon in this toolkit is reverse lift. Obviously, he's working underhook right now against Mr. Scott in the red. He's got underhook, and with his right arm, he's got control of Scott's elbow. If Scott fights out of it, he's going to go to that Russian, that 2-on-1. He's good with this. Kendrick Sanders is very comfortable, gets to the spot a lot. Oh, nothing. Oh, and he's going to try to swing Scott to the ground. It's not going to happen. This is the World Team Trials. Remember, these guys have to qualify to get in. That's the best. Oh, my gosh! Goodness gracious. Greco is fun to watch. That's 2 in a row. Is that a... Are they going to call that a fall? What? I don't know what they're going to call here. Wow, so I don't know what happened there. Maybe they're saying he blew the whistle before the throw.
Number 3,
I don't know. That was sick, and I think we're at points, but I'm not a World Team Trials official. So 0-0, even after that big Kendrick Sanders throw. I don't think he knows what happened either.
We're down to the final 12 seconds on that number 4.
I feel like that's got to go into a highlight reel somewhere.
Scott Schiller with a 9-4 lead.
He's back working that underhook. Doesn't have his head position where he would usually like it, but... And actually, we're going to see a passivity call warning on red. But he might get the push out. He does. He gets the push out. But it actually appeared...
From the Minnesota Storm.
It actually appeared that Scott touched out of bounds, but he was initiating action, and so I think the official's going to say, hey, push out point deserves to go. Put Scott there. So Devin Scott up 1-0 on Kendrick Sanders after a little duck attempt. Nothing doing, and his singlet's all hung up, and he's going to be looking for one. Oh, and he might get, they're going to give him 3. Kendrick Sanders is about to get that push out. Devin Scott goes for the throw, and it backfires. That's going to be a 3-point move there for Sanders on the edge. So 3-1.
On that number 4.
Kendrick Sanders.
Out of the red corner at 96 kilos from the U.S. Army, Jack Jensen.
Just tuning in.
Out of the blue corner
Just
from the Cyclone Wrestling Club, Evan Brown.
World medalist. Tech Ball's opponent.
The
winner of this bout is going to go on to face Justin Lester. He's loaded 66 kilogram Greco-Roman bracket. So we got some complaints about the eye. I think maybe Kendrick Sanders got poked in the eye.
And Nick Simmons,
20 seconds left in the period.
Scores 2 points on the takedown.
Sanders once again with that underhook. His lead leg side, and maybe he's looking for something. He's just going to try to get one more, and they're going to probably give it to Scott there. So Scott's scrapping on the edge, and he's stealing some points here.
Alan
it's like Kendrick
Waters
Sanders will push into action.
On the takedown.
Devin Scott finds a way to push Sanders out last moment, and Kendrick Sanders is visibly upset. Not liking how the scoring's going, but he's still up 3-2. One of the best Greco-Roman prospects in the game. If you do not know about Kendrick Sanders, check some of his stuff out on Flow Wrestling. We got some of his goodies. There might even be a Kendrick Sanders highlight tape out there. I hope there is. Well, like I said, probably his most devastating weapon was his reverse lift, which he could get to in the parterre and the old rules very easily. Now, not as much. He's got to have a little bit of offense before he can even get on top of Scott. But I'll tell you what, I like the new Greco rules. I like the new freestyle rules. I don't know about the 7-point tech ball, but I do like the cumulative scoring. I do like the 3-minute periods. Conditioning's going to come into play more, which I think benefits Americans a lot of different reasons. I like the 2-point takedown, and we're going to get one more for Kendrick Sanders, excuse me. So he's going to go 4-2 on Devin Scott. Devin Scott is scrappy. Like I said, he's finding ways to score on the edge of the mat. But Kendrick Sanders is perhaps a world-level competitor. We'll see if he can beat Justin Lester later, then there's no question about it. That's a daunting task to beat Justin Lester. So we've got a 4-2 match here. Looks like Sanders is once again working in that 2-on-1, that Russian tie. And now he's going to be looking maybe to go double overs, get his right hand free.
On mat number 4.
Scott really hasn't been able to control ties. Oh, and he looks for a little arm spin. Sanders, very athletic. Not going to let it happen. Not today, bud. Not hitting that on me, man. I got a world team trials to win here. And Scott is scrappy, and like I said, he's very good on the edge of the mat. Sanders once again looking for that push out. That's been counterproductive for him, though. Both of Scott's points have been from counters to those push out attempts by Sanders, and he's gotten 2 points off of it. One questionable the first point.
Extending the lead.
We got Joe Flow on point.
Just under 2 minutes remaining on map 2.
Let's get some cool footage. He's all over this place. Joe Flow in the house. It's got to be a hashtag. Oh, and Kendrick Sanders. They're getting some curse words out of him. He's not happy, but you know what? I think he got poked in the eye about 3 or 4 times. This match, his mouth is bleeding. Visibly upset. Oh, yep. A little injury time out here.
And we're headed to the second period on mat number 4 as well.
Kendrick Sanders, I'll tell you what, he brings some bullshit to the whole match. Very intense. Calculated. Like I said, I'm a big fan of Kendrick Sanders. You seen that blood on the blood towel over there? You zoom in on that. Nah, it's not worth it. We had a moment. I was trying to show the fans. His mouth is definitely bloody. And they're going to put Scott down for passivity. And watch for this reverse lift. Watch this, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Scott knows it's coming. He wants nothing to do with it. This is perhaps a highlight waiting to happen. Oh, and nothing. Wow, solid defense out of Scott there. Very solid defense.
2 points for Evan Brown.
So I'll tell you what, if Kendrick Sanders picks that up, you're going sky high. You're going to the rafters, and he's going to drop you in your dome. I've seen it a million times. And here we go. Oh, my goodness. Boom! Woo! And the crowd goes wild. He says, see ya, man. I got Justin Lester coming up. That was nasty, and I hope Joe Flow got that on tape. Wow. Did I tell you or did I tell you?
And we have a big
9-2 finishes the match with a tag. Style points.
Semi-finalist at
Unbelievable.
66 kilos.